Four, three, two, one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of Dr. Reese Live. I am Coach Sean. I'm here with Coach Levi and the one and only head to toe healer doctor, Dr. Reese. How are you
Hello.
doing today, Dr. Reese?
I'm good, man. It's been a long day, but I'm here.
It's been a long day. What's been going on?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Got a little bit of feedback. Um, so really quickly, I got some feedback on the thing. I don't know what that was about, but really quickly, I just want to see where everybody is checking in from. And while you're doing that, Dr. Reese, did you want to get into the trigger for today? The triggers, just the trigger post.
Yeah, yeah.
See what?
Did I trigger anyone this week?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I think a lot of the posts that you did, in particular, just motivated a lot of people. I noticed that that most recent post really struck some people. What was it about? It was the one where you were just going into if you don't take care of yourself and if you don't take care of your health now, then who is going to, you
Hmm.
get into the later ages and that's essentially when the medical monopoly kind of sticks their claws in you.
Yeah. So what are they saying?
First comment, the UK system is
Are we
privatized.
gonna? I'm
What?
sorry. Are we gonna play it? Because I don't remember.
Oh, all right. Yeah, if I can.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start it from the beginning.
You see so many people go through hell on earth in their 60s, 70s, and 80s because they didn't take care of themselves, and now the medical monopoly. They will milk that insurance money. They will keep you alive, but you will go through hell on earth. The prescriptions, the dialysis, the surgeries, all they can fix is a broken bone and an infection. That's it. That's all they got for you. So they're just going to stabilize you and send you home. But you see, you didn't have the education to get yourself healthy in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s. But now you can deprogram and then reprogram, take the information and put it into action. Because if you don't, the medical monopoly will stabilize you and send you home. That's what they do. That's all they do. So they don't get a lawsuit. Their job is to make sure you don't die. And that works against you if you're in bad shape because they will milk that insurance. If you break down at 60, they'll still take you to 90. It will just be hell on earth. You know, I see so
Yeah.
many people go.
So people were basically saying like the first comment, UK system is privatized, but this fact is hidden due to payer funding, more money, less service and capacity.
Mm,
Truth. This is 100% truth. I remember Blondie said something. Yep. True story for so many for so long. Age genetics, I call BS. Thank you, Blondie. I just recently started understanding this. The medical monopoly is hell. Yeah. And then I wanted to look into the other posts. Which ones were the triggers?
I don't know.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we'll look into, let me see. No. Oh, a little bit
In
of sand.
here tonight. can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Just a little bit of serenading. Um,
You know, when I serenade people, you know, some people actually do get triggered by that.
yeah,
Most people like it, but
So
Doc, you shouldn't. Yes, I sing and dance every day. At least it's more love than hate. That's
yeah,
always good.
yeah.
But yeah, let's get into the locations. I want to see where everybody's coming from. What countries are you coming from? Put them in the chat. You getting anything, Levi?
So we got a New York, we got a Boston, some people up in Ontario. Um, got a Texas, Arizona, Sydney, Australia, Washington. Yeah, they're just kind of coming in.
Sweden. I see a Sweden. I see a
Ireland,
Alabama.
Mm,
Toronto,
Is there
Mexico
any questions
City.
coming in, Levi?
Let me see here. Um, Sorry, a little bit earlier. I was trying to fix something out on my end, so I'm kind of running behind here.
All good, man. All good. We could just get into more trigger posts while we wait.
Okay, so somebody's asking, what is the root cause of diverticulitis?
Not enough stomach acid. Eating the poor four foods.
Joe went through a lot of that, correct?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Typically starts off as diverticulosis. And then if it becomes infected, then it's diverticulitis.
So when people get their gallbladder taken out, essentially, that increases the risk for any type of IBD or IBS case.
Yes. Yeah. If the gallbladder is not there, then there's a higher potential of problems since the gallbladder is what concentrates the bile.
But they're not completely out of luck, right? There's usually like some type of um, modality of treatment that they can, get on to where it can kind of replace the function of the gallbladder.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's certain supplements that can be taken. We have a whole course on it now
Mhm.
on peaceoverpain.com, trying to help people save their gallbladder. So,
Yeah, yeah. Get your course today. If anybody is interested in that course, actually, you can just email the Peace Over Pain Clinic at peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com. And I did want to see if we can get into some of the Rumble videos that we went over today. Levi, what did we release this week?
Oh, so for this week on Rumble, we released. Oh, so we have some shorter videos and we have longer videos. We released the on Thursday last week. We released how Kim had gotten saved from by Kevin. She was pregnant.
Okay.
Kevin, go into that.
yeah, Kim's a old testimonial from 11 years ago,
Wow.
and the doctor gave her 3 months to live, and she found me, and I did my work, and her kid's about to be 11 now. And so she, came back around and wanted to give her testimony on camera. So she came in here to the studio and we sat down and we got it on video. So now that's up on Rumble. Full like 1 hour video.
Yeah,
So it's pretty big video, pretty emotional video. If anyone wants to see it, it's on Rumble. So
it's a beautiful thing. And I do want to get into some of the videos. I see we dropped a couple of other videos, but really quickly, I did want to see if anybody in the Zoom room, I know it's kind of populating, if anybody in the Zoom room had any questions for Dr. Reese, just raise your hand and we'll get
Yeah.
you.
Don't you see me?
Hey, how are you? I can't see your name, but what's your name and how are you
Ce-
doing?
Cecile,
Cecile?
I didn't know how to get in there to ask a question.
No, you're fine. You're here now.
Yeah,
What
just
questions did you
raise
have
your
for
hand.
Dr. Reese?
Well, my problem is for at least 5 years, I haven't been able to control my blood pressure. Systolic is always 186, 88, and diastolic is 80, 82.
mhm.
And even with blood pressure pills, I'm doing homeopathy now, and it's still the same. So now I quit for a week. I'm not taking nothing. It's still the same.
Yeah.
Don't know what.
Yeah. Well, you have to get off the poor four foods
I have to get off
and
what?
the poor four foods.
I don't
And
get
you
it.
have to, start pumping nutrition in you because blood pressure is typically a mineral deficiency. So,
I eat well. I never eat sugar or bad fats. No bread, no gluten
hmm
for years.
Okay. Are you using oils?
I use coconut oil, ghee, and olive oil,
Okay. Well,
and DHA.
yeah. Yep. So you got to get off of those.
Off
And
the oil?
yep. And
Oh,
I would highly recommend that you read my books too, so you can
I have
kind of
your
get,
book.
okay, maybe, give it another once over. You want to get off the oils.
Really?
hmm
Well, it's not oils, not seed oils. It's fat.
That's correct.
Yeah. You want me to get off fat?
I want you to do what you think is best for you, but you can, read it and
Well,
take the
well, when you
advice.
say oil, that means seed oils. I don't
No,
do seed oils.
no, that means all oil,
All of them?
all of them.
I'll try that.
hmm Yes.
Thank you.
hmm
No problem. Thank you, Cecile. I see Karina, you have a question. We're gonna go ahead and I know I'm disturbing you getting ready. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute Karina really quickly. Hi,
Hi.
how are you doing today?
Oh, tired. Taking it one day at a time,
Yeah.
getting old.
Oh, we're still here though, still pushing. So what questions did you have for Dr. Reese?
Um, what do you do for energy?
Hmm. For energy, I don't do anything for energy. I just have energy.
I mean, do you is it probably like a deficiency probably?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if your body, think about it like a car. You ever go up a big hill and it just kind of putters up the hill, but it goes fast on the regular flat road, but then you're up the hill. It's like, whoa, energy is kind of like that. If something's working against it and it's making your body work harder, then it's gonna putter. But drinking coffee and taking energy drinks is not the solution, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee and I don't take energy drinks and I don't drink energy drinks. Um, so I take my vitamins every day. They got herbs in them.
Well, herbs aren't really meant for energy, but yeah, I'm sure you just have a nutritional deficiency and gotta nip that in the bud. That's all. Have you had a discovery with us?
No, hopefully, pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you more once I see your body and evaluate your nutrition and all that good stuff.
Yeah, because I need some answers.
Absolutely. We're the clinic of answers. And so, was that all the questions that you had for us, Karina?
What is y'all's opinion on soybean oil and supplements?
No oils.
No oils? Okay.
Was that all?
Supplements. I mean, we have our own supplements, but they're all behind the scenes.
Okay. Karina, was that all the questions that you had for us?
Right now.
Okay. We'll see you soon. All right. I saw that there were some questions in the chat, but really quickly, I wanted to jump over to Levi. Levi, do you have any questions for us on any of the socials?
Yeah, of course. And so someone is kind of going deeper into this a little bit about the oils. But are they asking also no butter?
Oh, butter's fine as long as you don't burn it. You never want to burn fat. You burn fat, then you're heading towards chemotherapy.
Yeah. Reason is just because butter takes a lot longer to oxidize than it does for oil to. And all oil in a bottle has that little pocket of oxygen at the top. And it's been sitting on that shelf for so long.
Yeah.
Well, essentially, ghee and butter usually you smell when it goes bad. I feel like with most oils, it essentially goes odorless until it's extremely bad and cloudy, and then you know it's time to throw it out by then, but it takes years to get to that point. Any more questions over there, Levi?
I just wanted to add in like now that if I ever have oil anymore, like if I just put it in my mouth, I can definitely tell that it's old and it has I don't want to say rancid because you know it's tolerable, but it's like you can tell it's old. Um we got someone asking, what's the root cause of inflammation and weight loss resistance?
Inflammation has three root causes pretty much. And that's highlighted in my book, Reverse the Cause. One of them is lymphatic stagnation. The other one is free radical damage. And I'll let you read the third one. But if you're on fire, you definitely want to get that out. You want to put that fire out. And we typically do that through postural therapy and antioxidants, lots of antioxidants.
Absolutely,
It's one,
absolutely.
it's one of the reasons why postural therapy is so important that, you know, a lot of people underestimate that. But your lymphatic system has to move. And, you know, look at us right now. We're just sitting here, right? You know, nothing's really, it's not moving, not really. So the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump, doesn't have a valve. So we need it to move. And that's, you know, postural therapy helps do that. Even something as simple as going like this with your arm starts to move the lymph, you know?
I find that really interesting. Like how you mentioned that in your book, like it's the joints that pump the lymph.
Yes, it's the joints.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting.
A lot of my old colleagues back when I was in the detox movement, they all thought it was fruits and herbs. And fruits and herbs definitely do contribute, but pump, you know, you want to move lymph, you got to move your joints. You got to move your joints. You got to move.
Go on the trampoline.
Trampoline will definitely do something for sure.
All righty. I saw that Carolina. Hi, Carolina. I haven't seen you in a
Carolina,
long time.
I can't see your feet, Carolina.
We'll unmute you. We'll unmute you. I know you. Oh, you can't speak?
No, she's telling me to shut up.
You read me right.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing me.
You can show them.
Para. Nada.
Not okay. Turn the
That's
camera
okay,
on.
son. Thanks.
I'm an open.
Carolina, I saw that you had some question for Dr. Reese in the chat. Did you want to ask that over while you're
Yeah, I mean, this was just sort of following a thread. I mean, I have many, but this is, I did, asked about his opinion about MCT oil,
Mm.
but I don't take that currently, but I hear a lot about it, and so I didn't know what Dr. Reese thought about MCT oil.
Well, any oil that you're putting into your mouth,
Yeah.
in swallowing is going to be more risk than reward.
Oh.
Now, if you were putting an oil on your skin, or you're doing oil pulling, like you're swishing it in your mouth and then spitting it out, that's a lot better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, like the oil pulling, like for the teeth, you mean?
yeah,
Okay, I gotcha. Okay. And then the other one was just about butter because someone said something about butter, and so you said not to burn it. So do you not recommend cooking with it? You can't cook with butter?
you can cook with butter, just don't overcook it. Don't get to the black zone. You know what I mean?
Well, in my culture, in Latins cook with butter. I mean, over they do that all the time. That's like our staple thing
You
to
need
cook with.
you need to unstaple it.
But my grandmother lived until she was 99 and she cooked with butter all her life.
Right. Well,
But
you know, your grandmother comes from a different era where they had more fat, they had more cholesterol, they had less processed foods and junk food.
mhm.
You know, I have a great grandmother that lived till 99 as well.
Mm.
And she smoked cigarettes, she was overweight, but that generation was just healthier than we are.
Mm. Well, yeah, she lived on a farm. So
See?
I mean, the food is very different. You're right. I mean, she wasn't on medication even at her age, and she didn't have, she was walking pretty much straight. There was no hump in her back, nothing.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Besides being Latin, that favored her too, but
What kind of Latin? Where are you from?
Colombian,
Colombian.
Colombiana.
Colombiana. Yeah.
Colombiana. Yeah. So, but it was, you're right. I mean, I, I look at that and I look at my life and I'm like, wow, I want to be like that. I want to die like that. Like she just had no, her heart just stopped at the end
Right.
of her life. There was no, she didn't die from any diseases, nothing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so they just, her heart just stopped beating and they just found her, she was asleep and that was it. But there was nothing traumatic that happened to her, which I was like, wow, that's what it looks like to be healthy, right? Because she just
Right.
had, yeah.
Right. And that's a much better existence than going to what I call hell on earth, and you're trapped in the medical monopoly, and my dad is, falling apart. Then
Mm,
they got their claws in him, and I've seen people just go through horrible, horrible stuff, where their entire existence from about 63 years old on is just miserable. You
mm,
they could they could live the best life ever until like 65,
mm,
and then it's just hell on earth from there on out. And then the great life that they lived before that becomes irrelevant.
Mm.
Because people always talk about memories. Oh, let's go here and create memories. The past is a graveyard.
Mm.
The past is a graveyard. The present moment is what matters. And you don't want your present moment to be hell on earth. You don't. And so, yeah, you can live the greatest life ever. And then all of a sudden you're in a hospital at 70 years old and it's miserable. The
Mm.
70 years before that are going to be irrelevant.
Mm.
Can I say something?
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you.
Am I on or not?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
What did you have to ask?
I'm really confused about you saying no oil. Doesn't the gallbladder need fat?
Yes, we eat a lot of fat, but not oils.
Yeah, that's what I said before. I don't eat seed oils.
Right. But olive oil isn't seed oil, all oils.
Well, I don't do much of olive oil because I'm always afraid it's not real. Even
Mhm.
so, it says it is, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it in the fridge. If it gets hard, it means it's good. If it stays liquid, it's not good because they put canola in it and we have vegetable. Am I right?
We don't use any oils.
Okay, I got you.
There's no exceptions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
is avocado an oil? I mean, yeah, oil. Avocado's a nut. It's fat.
Right. If it's pressed into an oil, then it becomes oil.
Okay, so, but you can eat the avocado.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay.
Let me just say something really quick. If you saw an avocado on the counter and you left it there for a day,
Yeah,
exposed to oxygen, would you
yeah.
still eat that avocado?
Nope.
Well, that's essentially what you're consuming when you consume avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil. All of these oils still oxidize, regardless of it being,
That's
touted as a health food. That's called greenwashing. All of these oils are greenwashed. They're not natural. You can't go and get oil from nature. You would have to press like hundreds and thousands of the fruit just to get a bottle of oil. That there was like a study, they were saying like there's not enough olives to make the olive oil that we have today. It's clearly mixed and matched with something else. And we're not fully known because it's just loopholes that the system just loves to jump through in order to get us products that are touted as something that we're consuming, are touted as something that we're supposed to be consuming, but are not what we're buying at the store. Um, so just like a really quick spiel, but Blondie, I saw that you had a question, and then we're gonna head over to the socials. How are you doing, Blondie? Oh,
Okay. Hi, everyone.
hello.
Hi, Dr. Reese and everyone else. Good evening. It's great to be here again on Tuesdays. I so look forward to it.
Did you lose 5 more pounds?
Not quite, but getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. I'm feeling a lot better.
Okay.
I feel like I'm looking better too, which is really nice to see.
That's
Um,
why I asked you.
Thank you.
You
Yeah,
look
I am
different.
feeling much better. I'm looking less puffy, I guess is the word, and sleeping better. And my appetite is completely different. So that's really cool. I don't feel like I'm being run by, food anymore.
Hmm.
I feel like I've taken charge back, which is great.
Hmm.
Um, I do have a question. It's not about myself. It's about a dear friend of mine. She's just 80 years old, and she has had a very healthy, wonderful life.
Hmm.
Doesn't have any chronic illnesses at this point in her life, but she was recently diagnosed with B cell lymphoma.
Hmm.
So it's really a new diagnosis within the last, 10 days. And as a friend, I want to support her. I just didn't know before I go down that road with her if this is in your wheelhouse or not.
Well, I mean, yeah, it would be soft tissue.
Yeah.
So she's probably walking around with some soft tissue deficiencies that have finally caught up with her.
Yeah.
Lymphatic system isn't moving like it should.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that's all it is.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Give her
I-
the book.
yeah, that's my plan. And I
Just
also want to get her on, a couple of these calls so she can listen in. And
yeah, as you know, it's really hard to verbalize to someone. They look at you like you're talking, like you're, they
yeah,
look at you like you're saying a conspiracy theory.
well, try being 5'4", 54 years old, blonde and blue-eyed. You think anyone listens to you? I
Yeah, so
had many years of practice of that, so
you just give them Peace Over Pain. It's a quick read. Why
Yeah,
not?
I just sent a copy out to my brother in Alaska, and I can't wait because I know he's going to eat it up. So I can't wait for. He's having indigestion issues, so I just said, read it and call me. He's a military guy, so he'll read it in like 4 days, and he'll call me, and
Yeah, yeah,
we'll get down that road. So
yeah. That's the breakfast, and if they want more, then you give them reverse the cause. That's the
right.
lunch, and if they're ready for dinner, give them dinner with Dr. Reese,
That's
and
right. Yeah.
you get the full course meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was my question. I was trying to, you know. She's a dear, dear person. And if you could see how stunningly beautiful this woman is and how she operates in the world, it's just at 80 years old, it's just incredible. She's avoided the medical system and now she's in it and she's absolutely, completely, you know, out of her mind.
And
And
she's
she,
local. She's near you.
yeah, she lives in my neighborhood and I'm trying to get her to come on May 4th. So I'm working on that.
May the fourth be with you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Everyone's welcome to get a ticket. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
For sure. Okay.
All right, Levi, really quickly, is there any questions for the socials, from the socials?
Yeah, so somebody's asking about the discovery analysis, and if they send in photos for that, do you have the option to opt out of making them public?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we don't make them all public. You have that option to say you don't want it public. The people that give us permission to make them public, first of all, we blur their face. So it's not like we're showing their identity. But the people that give us permission, I think they understand that we're in a really, really hard business here. We're selling Ferraris to farmers. We're not giving them tractors, we're giving them like Ferraris. And it's like, what do I need a Ferrari for? So in order to get the message out there and show this new thing, this head to toe healing analysis, no one's ever seen anything like that before. No one's ever seen someone drop a plumb line and zoom in on your feet. It's never been done before. So, and the people that gave us permission know that. And they're like, yes, take it, promote, use my body to promote. Please get the message out. So, but you don't have to. You absolutely don't have to.
Great. I see somebody, I don't know if Levi saw this, but I see somebody on IG, they're asking, what is the book, new here? I
The
believe they're
book,
talking.
the book is Peace Over Pain. There's a whole trilogy. So you can go to peaceoverpain.com/trilogy and my 3 books will be right there. You can get them on Audible, you can get them on Amazon, you can get them on both.
And also, really quick before I hop over to Rumble, I wanted to talk about the discovery analysis. For the people on IG, it's all you have to do is type in discover. It's the pinned comment from Dr. Reese, but this is an analysis that's basically going into the root causes. And for people, it could be a preventative measure for people that have underlying conditions. Dr. Reese is basically doing a full body analysis.
What?
What are you doing?
No, I'm showing the people on the social. Keep reading. Keep doing your thing. I'm showing them. I'm having a conversation with them over here. I'm showing them a herniated disc.
A full, I can't. A full body. That thing is really fun to play with though, but a full body analysis. And so if you're looking for your discovery, just email us. You can email us at peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com or DM us for the people on social media and we'll get back to you. That's a real foot, by the way, guys.
This is a real foot. This is a real, you can see the calcium deposits right there.
It's crazy. Put it closer. Wait. Wow.
Wonder where that foot's been.
Hold it like you're trying.
Somebody comes in, they're gonna be in there in for a surprise. We got cast iron pan and a foot.
We do have a cast iron pan. Thank you to Janet for
Oh
sending us
yes.
that gift. We use it to protect the clinic.
Right at the door.
We do have weapons.
Don't mess with us.
I'm
So really quick
thinking
on
about
Rumble.
getting a Doberman too.
Oh, what are you gonna name them?
Dobie.
Dobie the Doberman.
Dobie the Doberman.
Hopping over to Rumble really quickly. Do you want to talk about like just a little preview of some of the videos we did? Because it's pretty big, especially because we've told people to go to this brand Epic and to find out they kind of sold out on us. Kind of a big thing.
Yeah, I don't really remember the video. Feels like so long ago.
Yeah.
I said something.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Epic Provisions is a company that has meat sticks. It's like healthy meat sticks. You might see it at like a Whole Foods or something as you're checking out at the grocery section.
Also
Yeah,
ghee, animal fats. It's like a reputable brand, but they sold out to, I believe, General Mills. Yeah. And there's a couple of other companies that are already under General Mill that nobody even, there was no statement that came out. It kind of happened quietly over the last year, but it's pretty interesting. And also the video on pandas, our favorite animals.
Pandas.
Yeah, it's a bit of a throwback video. We're just giving kudos, or can't think of the word right now, but we're just trying to bring awareness to like Dr. Wallach and the work he did.
And don't be mad. Some people get animal mad. Don't be mad that Levi crossed the panda's eyes out in red. I don't know why he did that. On the thumbnail, he crossed the panda's eyes out in red. He says, "Oh, it'll catch people's attention. You're gonna make animal people mad." But
madness creates attention.
this is all on Rumble. We're doubled down on Rumble right now. We're trying to release a new video once a day. Long video too, not like the other ones that I do that are a minute. I'm talking 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So go to Rumble, subscribe, and get in tune with what we're doing because it's just going to keep getting better and better. But we are reacting to things in the news, usually health related. Although this week I want to react to Benzino crying on Big Name Podcast. Has nothing to do with health, but yet it does. It has to do with mental health.
Mm.
So we're going hip hop this week. Next,
Okay.
well, it'll be next week.
Okay.
We got to do that. We got to do that. It's important.
Sounds good. Levi, did you have any questions before I go to the Zoom room?
I do, but I was about crying. I think it would be cool to go into like the psychology behind how actors can just cry on command. I think you've
Me-
talked about it before.
Like Will Smith,
I don't know, does Will Smith cry on command?
he cries every time he's on camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been crying for 30 years.
You think it's healthy?
Well, he he's tapping into something. He's tapping into some pain, some sort of pain.
Hmm.
And obviously, as we know now, there's a lot there
Yeah,
from that incident last year. So,
definitely. Definitely. What people go through. And it's sad though. Like a lot of actors, especially the good ones, end up going down like a terrible path, like filled with drugs, or just end up, taking their own life, sadly. One of my favorite actors.
Heath Ledger.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Daniel Day-Lewis, who's considered arguably the best, that dude's making shoes right now.
Yeah.
It's like he goes so deep that he's got to do a movie like once every 10 years. It's like he can't. It's the psychology of acting is, I don't think it's healthy.
Yeah. They push actors so much.
Yeah.
Would the reason behind that be just because they're like attached to their story, would you say? Like they have the story in their mind that they keep going back to activate their crying.
Oh, if we're just talking about becoming emotional and crying, I mean, overall, crying is healthy, right? Because you're releasing what's there. But sometimes you can let it come out naturally and not force it. The subconscious mind is very deep. It's very, very deep. So, in order for them to cry, they have to tap into their inner child. Will Smith's been crying ever since Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man. I remember it as a kid. I remember it was a huge episode. I remember it clear. And then he's like, "Oh, I found the trick," and then he just started crying every movie.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's slapping someone on stage.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we hop back over to Levi, Mary was asking, please ask him about how to treat fistulas.
Well, you're talking about soft tissue, so I can't really give you a treatment. 'Cause I don't treat anything. But if you're dealing with soft tissue needs a certain nutritional profile. That's about all I can really say about that.
I feel like that's programming in general. Most people come and ask for a specific symptom or a specific condition. Um, like, how do we treat that? How do we get rid of that? But it's like a full body thing. It's a full body effect.
Head to toe healing.
Yeah.
Head to toe healing. Get healthy head to toe. That's the message. If you're new here, that's the message. One sentence. Get healthy head to toe. Everything will reverse. Unless you were born with it.
Yeah.
Dot, dot, dot. Unless you were born with it. If you aren't born with it, it's not yours.
Yeah. I love that saying. Like, how you say that? I use it for everything. I'm like, if you weren't born with it, it's not yours. It's not your burden.
No, no, the body broke down. The body broke down. And so now you got to reverse the cause. Reverse the cause. That's why I named the book Reverse the Cause. I want people to remember these little sayings. It's very strategic. Peace over pain. Reverse the cause. Now, dinner with Dr. Reese, that's just good branding.
Uh,
I just know that some people would love to have dinner with me, so it was cute. That's all that was.
mhm.
We were gonna have a channel called Sleeping with Dr. Reese.
We still might. We still might.
Oh my
Listen to
God.
Dr. Reese as you take your nap. Oh, I know I want that.
Oh,
Okay, and it was getting into questions. Any more questions from the socials before we go to the Zoom room?
Okay, so we have someone asking, Mad Lar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I have a friend that has been married for a few years and they're unable to have children. The husband is infertile. Could you also help with this? Could I refer them to?
yeah, but it's always going to start with a discovery analysis because I got to see the spine, I got to see the pelvis, got to see the nutritional levels. So the discovery analysis is always the start. It's actually a little bit rare that the man is infertile. It's usually the woman that has the problem. And that's because when her pelvis comes down, that changes the trajectory, if you will. That's got to get muted. And yeah, so when a man is infertile, this is typically nutritional deficiency because how much sperm is there? Millions, millions, millions and millions. This takes a lot of nutrition to have healthy sperm. A lot of nutrition. So that's typically what it is.
Do you believe it's 50-50 or 50 from the male, 50 from the female?
No, it's usually the female.
Hmm.
It's usually the female.
Yeah, and if it's just a problem with the man, I mean, the woman should be on the a protocol as well. I mean, it takes a lot of nutrition to build a baby. And most babies today do have birth defects. I mean, I was born with a more narrow skull than a lot of people are today. And this is actually in Dr. Weston A. Price's uh, book, Nutritional and Physical Degeneration, if you want a further reference for that. But anyway, a lot of people are born with narrow skulls and can't fit all their teeth in their head. So you end up having eye teeth. And I had a lot of eye teeth. But there's a lot of, you know, material that goes into building
Yeah.
someone. So they got to be on nutrients for, I if it was my family, I'd be on, at least 2 years before
Yeah.
conception.
Absolutely. And I have a whole chapter in Reverse the Cause about birth defects and how they can be prevented. They can't be reversed after it happens. It has to be prevented. It has to be a strategic effort on the part of mom and dad.
Hmm.
Usually the mom also has like health problems too, so you got to reverse the cause, reverse your disease, and then make sure that you're just you're
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to ask me, like, I'm pregnant, so how do I go about? Should I, wait or should I get it now? And I always argue that you should get it now. You should get your 90 essential nutrients. If you need 90 essential, then your baby should need it as well. And so it's passed down. And then, as you said, Dr. Reese, before, the position of the pelvis, that ultimately, and especially an anterior pelvic tilt, um, it influences, well, the likelihood of a C-section or something like along those lines.
Posterior pelvic tilt.
Posterior, excuse me.
Yep. Yeah, when this comes down, when this pelvis right here comes down, that changes the position of the womb.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Karina had a question. She's raising her hand. Thank you for your patience, Karina. We're gonna do you, and then there's two other people that have questions as well. Hi, Karina.
Well, hi again.
Hi again.
I have a question. What can I do for interstitial cystitis? This part of your kidneys or whatever they call it. It's like you feel like you have a UTI, but then they run the test, say you don't have a UTI. So, what can I do for that?
Well, I can't tell you what to do, but I can
Is
tell
that-
you that your pelvis has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, because I've had two C-sections and
There you go. You have a posterior pelvic tilt. You have a flat back. If you go to the mirror right now and you look at yourself from the profile view, you will see that the bottom of your back, your lumbar spine, is straight. And I haven't even seen it, and I can tell you it's straight.
yeah, I got scoliosis. Plus, I have the lower part of my back is pushed in, so that affects my balance and everything else.
Correct. And that affects everything below the belt.
Yeah, so
So,
that's something you can address.
yeah, well, our program is head to toe. So your ears, your nose, your eyes, your knees, your baby toe, everything.
Your hemorrhoids,
The
I got those.
hem yeah.
What causes those?
Well, I mean, pushing. But
Strain?
if the soft tissue is deficient, then the pushing becomes a bad thing. It's like a trigger. Yeah. That's why a lot of pregnant women get hemorrhoids. Pregnant women are deficient because they're feeding, they're eating for two.
Mm-hmm. What is it when you're in the sun? Let's say it's a little, well, I'm kind of in the shade right now, but if I'm in like direct sunlight, it knocks my blood sugar down. It's like
Well,
it raises the insulin and drops your blood sugar because I'm already having blood sugar problems, and I don't know which one I'm deficient on for that.
oh, it sounds like you're getting a little extra D there. That's all.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm deficient on that either. There's something that's causing the hypoglycemia, but
You got to get a discovery analysis.
yeah. Well, hopefully the end of this month I'll be able to do that.
That would be good. Where are you right now? I I I hear a bunch of people.
Oh, well, I'm outside, standing up against my truck, but I'm kind of like not in the direct sun. But if it's like too hot out here, I take black seed oil to kind of stabilize my blood sugar, and it helps. And then I have to take iron too. So, I'm just tired of all that.
Are you trying to tell me that you're a hot mess?
Yeah, that's pretty much summed it up.
When I do the discovery analysis, we have a point system, right? And so there's 4 categories. When you score a 5, that means you got bad news. You're heading in the wrong direction. So anyone that I do a discovery with that has 5s or mores in each category is declared a hot mess.
That might be a 10.
No, come on. Well, we got to find out. But the good thing about hot messes is we like cleaning up messes because we can, and it makes for great testimonials.
Yeah, the sad part about it is I've probably been deficient all my life.
Of course, of course, of course.
So
I mean, what we've seen people turn around from is quite miraculous, and we would love to do that with you.
yeah, and then I got the blood disorder I need to get rid of.
We got to see your scores.
Hey, mommy.
We got to confirm the hot mess. You know.
Now, how about
This is a hot mess too.
Hi.
Hey,
Depending on how far.
She has lovely hair.
Yeah.
Gonna make you take.
What's your name?
Then he's gonna take it out of your other chip.
Soraya.
No, I'm telling you that because I had.
Soraya.
In fact, they don't take it out of your.
She's my autistic child.
They don't take it out of your son. No, they wouldn't take that.
this is
Love my kids.
They make you pay it out after you're receiving. They just take it out like.
She's not camera shy.
No, she's
at
not.
all. Well, all right, Karina, we have to get to the next person. Thank you for asking the questions, and hello to your daughter. I see a question. I'm gonna go to Azaku really quickly. She's a member of client on the program. She just started. I think she just needs some reassuring. Dr. Reese, I just started taking the supplements. I am not digesting food. How long will it take for me to see change in my digestion? Do you have do the supplements have enough calcium? Oh yeah, they got them.
Yeah, we give the most calcium in the history of the world. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just give it a few weeks.
Yeah, give it time. The body, this is, as Dr. Reese always says, this program, it's like a 1 year, essentially a 1 year program for us to heal you, to heal. I want to start over. It's we're given 1 year to fix or reverse 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of damage. And so despite the odds, we're successful most of the time. But we need time, that your body needs time to heal. Here goes Dr. Reese again. What is that? What's that?
The knee. It's the knee.
How many props do you have over there?
They're
I
not
didn't know you can bend it like that.
But yes. In time, digestion will heal. It takes time because digestion is constantly, just like the heart, it's constantly working. I know this because I had digestive issues and it took a long time for it to reverse. But once it did, it was gone. The symptoms, essentially. I see another question from Angie. Blondie came to the rescue. Thank you, Blondie. Angie was essentially saying, my doctor insists that I start using statins. What supplement will help? And I know this is pretty much the same answer.
Get off the poor four foods. Step one. I wouldn't use statin drugs. That pretty much sums it up.
The side effects are crazy.
Well, yeah, because statin drugs are lowering the cholesterol, and cholesterol is arguably the main nutrient for soft tissue. Right?
Yeah.
And so people end up with cramps. Why would they end up with cramps? Because you got 600 muscles in your body. You know? It would be like taking a water lowering drug and becoming dehydrated.
Yeah.
It's a good analogy. I mean, every single cell in your body does require cholesterol to build the wall of the cell.
And you need it for your hormones. It's cholesterol. Cholesterol. The sterol.
Let them know.
And no, I'm not married. Someone just asked if I'm married.
So I lost track of time. It is 7:02.
Is it? Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Let's go
But
a few
really
more.
quickly, I wanted to say something. I think Australia, we we love people from Australia, but I think Australia, the state, and no, sorry, the country, excuse me, the country is hating on your book, Dr. Reese. Apparently, it's been on hold, or let me see in the comments.
Back
Apparently, it's
order.
been out of stock since Christmas.
I have no idea. That's an Amazon thing. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But I mean, I feel like if you can,
I would tell
um
the Australian people, the Aussies,
these
who I just, I have a very lovely relationship with every Australian person out there. Um, just come through, come by. May 4th, we're having the seminar right here in my place. Come by. It's not that far.
any last notes?
I, I'm getting a lot of people asking me to come to their country. I got one this morning, someone asking, when are you coming to Germany? And I get asked to come to Australia all the time. Maybe one day there'll be a tour. I don't know. We'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll see. I'm not a traveling type of cat, you know. I like it here. And why don't you come here? It's like my dating life too. I'm like, no, you come here. I don't want to come there. I like it here.
And with that,
Come to Chicago. I just saw come to Chicago.
come to Chicago.
Chicago, what an interesting place.
I got one more question here.
Okay.
Norma Smith Davis is asking, can you reverse dry macular degeneration? I've paid for the $300 discovery, but I haven't done the discovery paperwork yet.
Okay. I'm behind on my discoveries anyway. Sean might have noticed. Tomorrow morning, I got to do like 5 of them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be a long morning. I think 5 is my limit. I can do 5 a day, and then it gets to be a bit much. But that's a little inside baseball for you. A lot of bodies, man. Um, damned if I remember the question.
Can you reverse macular degeneration?
Yeah, it's the back of the eye. I need an eye prop here. What's going on, guys? Give me my eye prop. We need an eye prop. This needs to be ordered tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
That's the back of the eye. The back of the eye, which connects to the brain, it's all soft tissue. So yeah, it can be reversed. It's the front of the eye that's hard to reverse.
The body's very intelligent, and the eyes are very important for the body.
Someone asked, how long does it take? Every condition's a little different. Every condition's a little different. Something like sciatica could take 2 days or 2 years. Diabetes type 2 doesn't take long at all. Fibromyalgia doesn't take long at all. Just depends on what type. Muscular dystrophy would take a long time, you know.
Your body's gonna heal what's most important first, so it's first gonna heal the digestive system so that it can absorb more of the nutrients so that it can fix other things.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, Doc, it is 7:06. What is the move? A little overtime?
Yeah, let's go to 7:15.
Okay. Okay, Levi. We got any questions? Any questions from the social?
Oh yeah, in the Rumble, someone's asking,
We got a Rumble comment?
oh yeah.
Rumble,
Rumble.
young man, rumble.
Go
It
to
was actually a
Rumble.
little while
Go to
ago.
Rumble. Go to
So
Rumble.
someone's saying, "Hey Doc, why do you choose to stay away from discussing virals and infections such as HIV?"
Well, because it's medical and they already don't like me. But it's just not what we do. It's just not what we do. I'm not a medicine man. Like, even if you wanted to heal HIV, you would, even if you wanted to go the natural route, you would go see an herbalist because an herbalist is a natural medicine man. I'm not a medicine man. I'm a head to toe healer. And viruses aren't healed. Fibromyalgia is healed. Type 2 diabetes is healed. Viruses aren't healed. It's different. It's just a different category. That's what Dr. Sabi was known for. He was a medicine man.
Any more questions, Levi?
Yeah, we got one from the IG. Someone's asking, is osteochondritis reversible?
Yeah, absolutely. Hard tissue. Hard tissue.
When it comes down to it, pretty much everything is reversible. Body knows how to fix itself, except for birth defects. You know, these are the things that you were just born with.
Hmm.
But you can definitely prevent all birth defects. But even if you
Well,
have a birth defect, I mean, you can still live a very much a better life, you know,
oh yeah,
way better life.
definitely. We can make people with type 1 feel better, Down syndrome feel better, spina bifida. Any other comments or questions?
Oh, I got a couple of people asking, you know, where's Uncle Joe?
He's around. You got to come by May 4th, see him.
Tickets on peaceoverpain.com.
Hmm.
We got someone asking, you got any remedies for adrenal fatigue?
I don't give remedies.
What? You don't?
Hmm.
Someone's asking about calcium deposits.
What about him?
They're just saying calcium deposits?
Get a discovery analysis. Head to toe, head to toe, head to toe, head to toe, head to toe.
Anybody from the Zoom room have any questions before we get off? Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's all. Any more questions from you, Coach Levi, before we get off?
We got another osteo question here. Is there a cure for osteomyelitis?
Sure. I don't use that. I don't know that word. That word is owned by the medical monopoly.
Devil himself.
Oh, well, if there's no more questions, I guess we're gonna have to call it right here. Dr. Reese, any last comments? I asked you this like 3 times.
May 4th is the seminar right here in Connecticut. Go to the Rumble. We're dropping a new video every single day. Rumble, link in bio. We'll see you around like an orange.
Okie doke. See you, everybody. Have a
Good to
nice
see
night.
you.
I'm gonna stay on with these people and just play with the foot.
You can do that. Someone's foot. Like, that's crazy.
You ever comb your hair with a real foot?
Okay.
All right.
Bet you feel like a king.
All right. Bye.